Hello, and welcome back to Faith in Me and a Little Tea. I'm coming to you today as a blonde. I recently colored my hair. I think call it an ash blonde with some roots or anything, or something like that. I think really it's just to disguise my gray hairs. But anyway, don't know how long it will last, but I'll try it for a month, and if I don't like it, I'll dye it back. Anyway, I hope you've been well since the last time I've spoken to you. I haven't done a video in a few days, so I wanted to go ahead and jump on here and do a quick video. This morning I was in prayer and just basking in the Lord's presence, and just, trying to hear, if there was anything that He wanted to speak to me about, because I had a different message to talk about today. But after prayer, the Lord led me in a different direction. And so I wrote this message up within 5 minutes, and it's a good message. And, when messages come like that from the Lord, it's always good, because you're not quite sure what you're typing. You're just typing pretty much, the words that you're being given. And then when you go back and read it and you think, wow, pardon me. But yeah, it is, I've got no products or anything that I've been doing at the moment, because I had a weekend off, so I didn't really do much of anything other than just enjoy the weather and what we were doing. Anyways, but I wanted to talk about this message that the Lord had given me, and it's pretty much in regards to what's going on in this country. Now, there's a lot of turmoil going on all over the world in different countries, and it's not good, and we see it as not good, and we also see it as can be a bit frightening in some cases. So, but I wanted to just share this message that the Lord had given me to give out on this channel, and I hope it brings you a bit of peace and direction, because it's now directed me. The Lord has directed me on what to do about what's going on in this country, and indeed other countries in the world, wherever you're at. If you're watching from another country, what's going on in your country. But this is specifically for this country, but it could be for yours as well. So I'm going to read it to you. And so bear with me. I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to read it so that way I don't fumble on my words. There we go. Here we go. It's called Standing Without Fear. There was a lot of turmoil going on in this world. We are in the last days when these things must take place. But we must not fear. It's easy to look at the news or go online and see the devastating things going on in this world or the countries that we are in. The devil is trying to usher in something that is not yet time. And I always think this too, when people say, the devil's ushering in, when it's not its time yet. And I always think, God, he must really be looking forward to being cast in the lake of fire and being tortured for eternity. What a fool. Anyways, there have been old prophecies given over nations and peoples that must come to pass. And there's been prophecies from the 1950s and 60s and 70s, and probably even some 100 years ago or more, that have been given over specific nations and peoples. So they have to come to pass. And so anyways, let's go back to this. There have been many old prophecies given that must come to pass. God must have his sheep nations. So if anybody wants to learn a lot more about sheep nations, please watch Lance Wallnau amazing, amazing the way he explains it. So please, if you want to know about sheep nations, go and watch Lance. Anyways, and we are seeing those nations in turmoil and getting worse and worse, but we have to look at it as a manifestation of a deliverance of a nation. So all these things that are going on in this nation, you know how things must be. They have to get worse before they get better. Well, this is the same thing, because these sheep nations, the devil doesn't want to let go of them. He wants to keep them. So he's going to try whatever he can to destroy them. So, this is what it's all about. Before someone is delivered, and if anybody knows about deliverance, I know about deliverance, and I've seen deliverances. All the devils have to manifest and get out of someone before they are delivered. And that's true because it talks about it in the Bible. Every time Jesus casted out a devil, the devil had to come out and identify himself. The devil had to speak, and then the Lord just threw him out of that person, especially like the one, who was going around in the mountains, who was demon possessed. And, the demons came and spoke to Jesus, and named who they were, so then the Lord then cast them out. Well, it's the same for, when you have a deliverance of somebody, all the demons and devils that are in them, they have to manifest and get out and be thrown out. Same with a nation. And I heard this word, manifestation. Okay, so we'll get back to the word. So before someone is delivered, all the devils have to manifest and get out of someone before they are delivered. So it will be the same for a nation. I heard that word, manifestation, from Larry Sparks. I did hear Larry Sparks talk about manifestation, and it spoke to me. I mean, because it was something that I felt in my heart about, and he said it, and I didn't know how to say the word or what word to use, and he said it, and it really spoke to me. So if you want to see that, he was talking to Joseph Z on Destiny Image. So go there and you can hear more about a manifestation there. But anyways, I heard that word manifestation from Larry Sparks, speaking about a particular nation. And I believe it for this nation that I'm in, which is the UK, the birthplace of missionaries. This country sent out missionaries in the 1800s, and the, early 1900s and things like that. And people who wanted freedom to practice their religion came from this nation to the United States. So this is the birthplace of missionaries. Our nation is going through a manifestation right now, and we have to pray ever harder to bring all that the enemy has had over this nation for hundreds of years and expose it so that it may be dealt with in the spiritual, so that this nation can be delivered and turned back to the living God. Psalms 2:8 says, "Only ask, and I will give you the nations as your inheritance, the whole earth as your possession." This was the Lord speaking to Jesus. Jesus was promised the nations as his inheritance, and it will be given to him. God is not a man that he should lie about that. So remnant, you who are watching, put on the full armor of God, like Ephesians 6:10-17 says. Stand and fight the spiritual battle for this nation, the UK, and for the nation that you're in, my friend. Don't give up. Fear is a liar. We have won. The devil has lost. Remember that. We have won. The devil has lost. This nation shall be saved. The UK shall be saved. God bless and have a great day.